Take two.
Take two. It wouldn't be an episode of the Aloe show at the zoo.
If Ahi didn't cause pure hell, this would not be.
I feel like the people who watch and listen to this, they enjoy it. They think it's a practical joke, but he gives me. I throw a fit because of this little guy.
We should do a raffle, a babysitting Ahi raffle.
The first raffle in history you want to lose.
Yeah, literally.
Well, first and foremost, we got a special guest with us, Dwayne.
Come on. Shout out to Miss Pie.
We finally got the three-legged Bengal sensation.
You know what I'm saying?
Pulling up to
Chillest
say hi.
one of all animals, of any animal in the Aloe animal kingdom.
Loses a leg.
Yeah.
Gains enlightenment. This sure seems like it.
Gains patience and quietness.
It's a sweetheart. She could be in every episode,
single
forever.
One. Every single one.
Well, brother, welcome to it. September 16th.
Come on. What is it, episode 7?
This is episode 7. Lucky number 7.
Come on.
And today, I feel like for me is the first day of fall.
Hey.
I know we were talking about the fact that it is usually about, still going to be like 90 something degrees, but fall has a certain smell to it.
Yes.
And this is what's happening.
I'm waiting for like that northwest type of fall. I was spoiled growing up, so the northwest type of fall hits different.
I have a specific the air just feels differently.
Yeah.
And I got up today and I went on a run and I said, "Oh, today is the day." So it's fall to me.
Come on. I definitely did not go on a run. Although I did hit the reservoir the other day and I jogged up one part of it.
That's big.
That's big for me.
You were because they were going to tow my car, but it wasn't for nothing
I got
specific.
Hips like a German Shepherd, so anytime I can get these things moving faster than a brisk, like a speed walk.
At best, you give yourself like a uncle kind of like, "Hey, young blood,"
Like, you know what I'm saying? Hey, watch
yourself. I'm here. I am. Here I go.
Yeah. So I was excited about that. As you get older, it's the small things in life that bring you joy. So.
Kind of like this mug that I just got from your pantry that says, "Happiness starts with a wet nose and ends with a tail."
It's a sign of maturity when you're drinking coffee midday.
I'll go with that.
That works. That
works for me.
It's a sign of maturity. I like to.
Well, anything that isn't hornitos, I feel like is net positive.
We have been there before, but
those quarantine didn't count.
Yes.
It didn't count. I think we can all agree.
2 weeks in, no alcohol.
Congratulations, sir.
Man, I feel good.
You do feel good. That's awesome. I was gonna say, I keep seeing you waking up earlier and earlier,
brother. Pretty soon, I'm just not gonna go to bed. I'm gonna blink. I'm gonna blink extra hard at midnight.
Be like, okay, let's do this.
That's enough. I'm rested.
There it is. Well, shit, man. Yeah. It's Monday now, but we saw each other on Friday. Friday was the last time we saw each other.
Yes.
That's when we went to the beach.
We went to Malibu.
Just caught a little,
I'm gonna move to Malibu, bro. I'm gonna be a Malibu resident. I am speaking.
I feel like I get all the benefits of living in Malibu.
I mean, yeah, your neighbors
without the $70,000 a month mortgage.
This is very.
You know what I'm saying?
This is very true. Like Topanga is right there. You get everything. You get the mountains. You go right down the hill.
I'm telling you, I could pull up there. And I could have the same view of someone's beach house for 6 hours. And you don't need it more than that. I can be out.
I mean, how long is one really at the beach?
None of those people are at their beach house. That's
ever.
Yeah, well, that's because
those houses are empty. When you're rich, you just buy.
That's
because
they're filthy. Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. You just buy shit to just let it lay around.
I want my $26 million beach house to collect dust so fucking bad. You don't even.
They're like, oh, Samson thinks he's gonna outdust me.
He said, I haven't actually swept my porch in 6 months.
Speaking of mortgages, Ontario. In Canada, the city has refused the citizens to stop paying their mortgages. They're like, you know what? We don't agree with how much you guys are charging.
Isn't Ontario like a province? Like that's like a state up there. So just like they just
could be.
You're like I just went to the passport office today.
You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to go out there and figure it out. I'm trying to go out there.
We're actually going to do some correspondence. Yeah, we're going to do some work. Hey, so you said that they're just not like
people
as a collective.
Yes. They said it's 60%. of the people was just like, you know what? We're not going to do it. What are you going to do about it, government?
Power to the people, I guess.
Power to the people. I said, like, can California residents, like Americans, we don't have enough camaraderie for that.
I think the thing is,
some of us are bitches, like,
bro. It gets so comfortable. So you give us DoorDash and like a 55-inch television screen, you could take away pretty much every right. You can pretty much.
It's very true. People are like, you know what? I'm good.
It was like, what? But Love Island is on. What? I'll pay whatever.
Look,
fuck it. Who cares?
I've always wondered that. I'm like, why don't we just like not do shit that we don't agree with?
That's what they don't want. I mean,
you know, they've already look. We should probably stop talking like this. Last time we talked like this.
You guys, welcome to the Aloe Show. Two songwriters turned revolutionaries. Well, you know what? I'm starting to. Everybody, if you're listening to this, don't pay your mortgage. Tell them you're in solidarity with the Aloe Show. Nope. And if they say why, just go. Have you listened to the podcast?
You're like, have you tuned in to episode 7?
We haven't even scratched the surface of what this podcast can do for the community. We could alleviate your mortgage.
That's all I'm
if
saying.
we say please.
Next thing you know, free healthcare.
Leave it up to us. You know, that's one thing. Hey, well, shout out to Canada. Canada doesn't want to pay for shit because they got free healthcare and they're like, I don't want to pay this mortgage.
No wonder Canadians are the nicest people that I come across.
They're pretty sweet people.
They are. I mean, how can you be mad when like you're willing to like boycott shit at the same time you're willing to like receive free healthcare? Like, what do you have to be upset
America
about,
has so much shit we could boycott. You have no idea.
Shit that we should be boicotting. Like, we're like,
we have no staying, but there's no power.
We're like, but football season.
We're like, I swear to God, the NFL, like the NFL was racist there for a second.
Yeah.
The whole Colin Kaepernick thing, we were just like, yeah.
That's so funny. Shout out to my homie Hota.
Yeah.
She literally just went and saw him and Eric Reed speak.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. And so, Colin Kaepernick, you're still out there doing your thing. I see you, brother. Crazy how they did, my guy.
I mean, there's dogs from every part of them.
You see, this is why. This is what the raffle will get you.
I wanted to respond, but I was like, bro, there's like 9 different.
No, that is one.
It just echoes everywhere. I mean, in fairness with the Colin Kaepernick shit, once he settled with the NFL and he got like crazy bag, I was like, all right, well, they admitted they were victory, brother. You did it. And then I think like pretty recently he was like, I still got hopes to play, and I was like,
brother, that went away with the check.
Listen, man, it's cool. Like it is cool, but
to me, it's crazy though because other players stand for other things, and they're like, you know what, we respect it.
Sure.
They're like, but talk about the protection of the majority of the players that play in this league.
Get the fuck out of here. We can't have them on a team.
We cannot.
This guy's going to ruin our...
Like first we start giving them rights. Now they want new contracts? Like,
Jesus. They will stop at nothing to make Joe Burrow the highest paid player.
Shout out. Speaking of the AFC North.
Oh. God, we're just these guys. This is the first episode where we've decided to like. We were just like, okay, because everything else has been like free jazz.
I'm not sure. Oh my! I did apps. Oh, what is this? 12th man minion. 2-0 Seahawks.
How's our defensive coordinator as a head coach? How's he looking?
You know, like our defense is solid. What is surprising me though is like our offense isn't as bad as I thought it would.
That's because we have an awesome. You have an awesome coach that should have been our head coach. That is my takeaway from the Ravens game.
Ooh, are you not a fan of?
No, to be a true Ravens fan, a true one.
Hot take.
Is to really, really. It's like it's an embarrassment of riches because we always win, but we never win the most important one. Okay. And the thing about having a coach like John Harbaugh is he's good for fucking up a fourth quarter lead. He is good for it.
Who'd you guys just lose to?
We lost to the Raiders, bro. We're 0-2. Gardner Minshew cut us up twice. He played for the Colts last year and cut us up.
Did he?
I've seen Gardner Minshew beat my football team 2 years in a row. There should be a helpline for stuff like that.
Men with mustaches. Chuck Norris, Travis Kelce. I was gonna say Steven Seagal, but I think he was clean shaved.
I'm sure, but somewhere along the way. But yes, no. So we lost to the Vegas Raiders in humiliating fashion yet again. Let's just call a spade here. Harbaugh, you're on the hot seat. Okay, you're officially on the hot seat. We gave a gift away to these guys over here as a head coach.
Shout out to Coach McDonald.
And now I just got to sit here and witness an offense that has no fucking identity.
I mean, I thought it's crazy. It almost seems like you guys got worse with the addition of Derrick Henry.
It doesn't. It's not seem. It is. We look worse.
Yeah.
Because we don't have an identity, bro. We don't like the. You have a bell cow running back who's like you were paying
Hall of Famer.
Like you have a real dog, and we have weapons all over the place. But we decided to go real young on the offensive line this year.
Tried to save money.
And granted, our first two matchups were against Chris Jones and then Max Crosby. So you know what I'm saying, like
two dogs,
game records.
2 dogs.
You know what I'm saying?
Certified dogs.
But yeah, they fuck. I lost after that game. I was like, man, Lamar Jackson can't do every goddamn thing.
So question is, I remember 2 weeks ago, we forecasted our season records. How are we? I feel like I shorted us with a 9 and 8.
This guy wins 2 games in a row, and he's like, I forgot what this was like.
I shorted us on a 9 and 8, and I'm sorry. And
what's the new prediction?
I'm gonna be dangerous. I'm gonna go 11 and 6.
Okay.
I'm gonna go 11 and 6.
That's a 2 game bump.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because now I really think we can steal one, especially seeing the Niners against the Vikings. I think we can steal one of those.
For sure. After that game.
I think we could dub the Rams. We normally split 1-1, but I think we could take 2 this year.
You guys could win the division. What?
Oh, for sure.
Who said that?
For sure. Hey, man.
Two victories.
I'm gonna tell you, K9, our running back, Kenneth Walker he's a little Marshawn.
Shout out to my guy. I mean, it's either way. I think the Ravens will be fine. We will. It's good when even the pundits who you go 0-2, they're quick to be like, oh, they're all like, they're gonna be okay. They just need. I think that the Chiefs game, I don't want to say there's ever a good loss, but that was kind of like a hey. You're not like don't get cocky, because if we beat the Chiefs would have just been like, okay, we know what we gotta do.
And I feel like it would have been a different game for you guys against the Raiders if you would have beat the Chiefs.
Sure, I mean we still lost either way.
Yeah,
but yeah, so that's my football roundup.
Do we have a record, a new record, or you're sticking with the same?
Well, I said they were gonna go 17-0 Super Bowl champs, so it might be.
Might be a little
15-2 Super Bowl champs.
15-2. All right, I'm here for the 15-2.
Don't ever give up. Yeah, that's what I have.
Shout out to the Ravens. And speaking of a former Raven, Shannon Sharpe has been in the news. Uncle Shay. How do we feel about the accidental IG live?
You say accidental like that because that shit was staged as hell, right?
Let me tell you
that. Where do we begin on why I think this was?
Yeah, like please. Where do you?
Okay.
First things first.
First things first. Have you ever gone live on Instagram?
Have I? I have gone live on Instagram.
There's a couple buttons you got to press. Correct?
There's a couple steps that you have to. It's almost like, hey, you sure you want to go live?
So first and foremost, anything that takes more than one click, I'm already going. This is intentional.
Not even a question.
Also, it was. You have to understand. It was the exact right ratio of embarrassing, but not embarrassing enough as well. Where
to cause like firing.
Once again, okay, if we're sitting in there and I'm just seeing Shannon Sharpe's whole ass, putting poor Michelle through it, I would say, okay, this kind of seems
a different story.
This is, but the fact that it's just ceiling fan and you hear him huffing like a basset hound lets you know.
Look,
I'm like, what?
yeah, the signing on, that whole thing is like there's steps, but even let's give them, give them a little grace. Sure, you clicked 5 buttons and you accidentally went on.
Who in the heat of passion doesn't click 5 buttons on their Instagram,
Let me tell you, we're grown. We're grown here. I've enjoyed pleasantries in my day. That was the quietest / loudest. Like, it was just talking. It almost seemed like somebody was reading a script. Don't run from this. It's like, there's not even extra noise. Like,
as soon as they had the merch lined up, they had merch and they had fucking a roast. I was like,
come on.
Bro, if you really, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
I'm not saying you have to be embarrassed. I'm not saying you have to have shame. I'm not saying any of that. I would encourage you not being embarrassed or having shame. Yeah. But I also think it's another thing to already have a screen printer lined up to get the... And was already
Some say it was to shake the allegations of...
The sugar in his tank allegations?
Yes, that there's a... It's pink flavored Kool-Aid. When everyone is asking for cherry.
I just know that if I got caught on or if that whole situation happened and the first thing I'm coming out with or other people are saying is, well, we know you ain't gay.
Yeah.
I'm going to be like,
whoa, what? Hold on, bro. What?
So that's not, I don't know.
It's weird because I rock with I'm a fan of Shannon.
He's awesome.
I am a fan of Shannon Sharpe, especially his transitions into television after being a Hall of Fame football
I know
player,
Paul Pierce mad as hell. You see that shit? Because they fired Paul Pierce for just having girls at the hookah spot in his background.
See, but there's a difference because Paul Pierce is like, brother, we understand this will not be the last time some shit's going to go down with you. You're like, brother, that South Central in you is not going anywhere.
Just like, it was just Wednesday.
Yeah. It wasn't even anything cool. But yeah, now I'm just like, because there was a certain type of like, him as a TV personality is really dope, really inspiring as well. But it's like, why did we have to like reach for this type of attention? Because I feel like I do, as you said, I feel like it was set up. I feel like it was staged.
Yeah. I mean, there's really, I would love to sit here and act like it wasn't.
Yeah. Not even.
I got clowned in my group chat for saying it was. They were like, bro, no way, and I was just very much like, guys,
how much kitty do they get?
My heart says this was fake as hell.
Look,
I don't know what else to tell you.
A lot of things are staged or done on purpose for attention or for the bag or for whatever it may be. To the average human, that's hard to like come to grips with. That a lot of the things you see is staged.
Oh yeah,
that's why it's called the entertainment business.
Guys, if we wanted to, we could set up a fake home invasion while we're recording this episode.
Right now. God forbid it happens for real. And then they're like, those guys.
Like, what? These fucking guys. No, I'm just saying, guys, that's the reality we live in. Is if I wanted to right now, I could get beaten up by someone in an Elmo costume in this chair. And
it would go viral.
And we could go crazy. We could go crazy with it, but that's not integrity.
No.
You know?
But nowadays it seems like, what is integrity?
Oh, what is integrity? Define integrity.
Not doing that shit.
Like, integrity is...
Don't you run from it. Don't you... You asked for this. Gotta tell you.
U.S. Did he actually? I didn't listen to the whole shit. Did he go U.S.?
You sounded like you were just talking football. Like you did.
He's like, I'm running down the seam,
straight down the middle.
Like 3 yards in a cloud of dust.
Oh, shout out to Uncle Shay Shay though.
Hey, it's all love. It's genuine love.
The gear sold out. I saw the merch sold out.
Of course.
And I think they said a couple hours. And so maybe, I mean, who knows? Maybe I might go Accidental Live and get the Aloe show just going crazy.
Except yours is just going to be just trying to beg Ahi to shut the fuck up. Your phone's going to be out. Ahi, shut the fuck up. Please. Please.
That dog is going to be the death of me. And so, yeah, I don't know how he's going. Like, how do you transition from that and keep the same type of...
He's fine, and that's kind of a more mark of just where we are
in society.
Yeah, because that objectively is, I think, even 5 years ago, that would have been in the news cycle for at least 2 weeks. Where now we're the last people talking about it. They're not going to bring it up after this.
I don't even know if it's like it hasn't even made rounds. Like ESPN,
he made rounds, I tell you.
Yeah. Breathing like that, I don't know if he did.
I was gonna say that fucking Cane Corso was out.
The reason that I thought it might have been a little fixed is the fact that like ESPN didn't really come out and say nothing about it.
Stephen A was just like, he's not the only one at 55 who could put it down. I'm like, bro,
okay, guy, all right, Mr. One Upper.
No, I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. But yeah, it's a question of faking the funk.
Yeah, I mean,
is there ever the right time to fake the funk?
Apparently, all the time now. Like I feel like everything is kind of like it's either curated, it's either pre-planned. It's not often you get a lot of shit that's on the fly anymore. Even freestyles in interviews now. Freestyles, like people come up there with their shit written, rehearsed.
No one's. That's too nerve-wracking for someone to just be like, figure it out.
I feel like there are some cats out there
for sure. No, I mean that doesn't mean they can't.
Yeah,
but
yeah, I feel you though. I
can see a little bit of that, but I mean it's different for everybody.
Yeah, I feel like we could actually body that.
We're gonna do that eventually. We're gonna. Yeah. I feel like guys. Step 17 in our world takeover plan is we're gonna get the Twitch stream locked in and we're gonna freestyle for 9 hours straight, so you guys can see it live.
And boy, is
and we probably could.
Boy, is it a treat!
It is a fun time.
It is.
But hell yeah, I mean, on my end, well, first we jumped straight in. How was your weekend?
Weekend was chill, man. Weekend, I've been like, you've been on a different time, right? I'm locked in right now.
You might be, dare I say, the most locked in I've ever seen.
I think I'm the most locked in I've ever been, honestly. I feel great. Been on everything consistently. My journaling, my not drinking, my like everything. I'm on fire right now.
I can see it. It's always good when you got the homie that's just absolutely kicking ass and taking names. Sometimes you just got to ride in the wake,
And the fact that I was the homie that would try to get you drunk all the time, it speaks volumes.
It speaks a couple volumes.
You know what I mean?
Speaks an anthology even. So.
Well played, sir.
We do stuff with words.
You been playing Scrabble lately?
He said my Wordle score is.
You been on it?
No, I don't be doing none of that shit. I don't be doing none of that shit. I do.
How was yours, brother?
It was sturdy, man. Like I said, we saw each other. We were out kicking it Malibu way, and then after that, we went to. Or rather, I went to a friend's birthday the following day at Topanga State Beach. We had that $5 bet. You were saying it was Dockweiler. It was Topanga State Beach. So we went. We enjoyed that. It was a great time.
Hold on. I don't know how Noah did this shit on an arc. No, my dog was CC.
I just know that when we were talking about integrity and doing things live and direct for real. Baby. That means we can't control what these animals do. We can't control where they go, how they feel.
We do it on the fly. Fuck it, we'll do it live.
We're trying our best. But yeah, I was over in Dockweiler. It was a super fun little time.
So you did?
Oh, not Dockweiler. Topanga State Beach. I'm a little thrown off. We had to get back on. We had to get back on track. But yeah, so I hit Dockweiler, Topanga State Beach.
That's $10 right there, guys. $5 every time he says dollar.
But yeah, so we hit Topanga State Beach.
Yeah.
We went ahead and it was full spread. Had a nice assortment of meats and cheeses.
Come on, man.
At the beach, full
Charcuterie.
deal.
Charcuterie.
Which is an incredible defensive back for Clemson,
man. And then when it's said with an accent, like I feel like.
But no, I had a good one there, and then Sunday. So I've been on a super like watermelon fast, kind of just really good. So Sunday I allowed myself to kind of open up the pit a little bit and kind of enjoy some more stuff.
I did the same. I did but I feasted on candy a shit ton, by the way.
A shit ton of candy?
Dog, I had Sour Patch Kids, 2 boxes, Mike and Ike's, cookies and cream Hershey's, and Snickers.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying.
I wish I like. I always feel alienated because a lot of my homies are candy lovers, which sounds like an insult. You candy lover?
Yeah. But, are you a candy?
Oh, you a candy lover, aren't you? But I went savory because the homies cooked up a tri-tip. Rare skill of mine is I'm just kind of like a sauce whisperer.
Okay.
I could go into any kitchen and
just whip up a
I could
sauce?
just whip a sauce up.
Okay.
So
saucy.
I had a little hot honey barbecue sort of
glaze
situation that because we made little tri-tip sandwiches. It was crazy. It went dumb. And then
that's going to be on our next episode. Cole told me I should start an OnlyFans for cooking and call it.
It's called OnlyPans.
OnlyPans. That's it. Look, that's already trademarked, so don't try to.
He said, "We haven't done the paperwork, okay? We haven't done the paurwork. You got us. You got us. We haven't done it."
But the sauce episode is coming soon. Soon.
So I enjoyed that, and then to just add a little more on top of just eating whatever I wanted yesterday, I went to this restaurant called Casalena and went after some damn. It was more of an elevated restaurant. We did a little tuna tartare, little sweet corn tagliatelle pasta situation.
Oh yeah. You had the pinky up.
I had a. Yeah, no, there was some good. Put it this way, you knew the pinky was up because I sent the beef tartare back.
Oh,
I said we got to go tuna because this is.
Oh,
this
if you're sending shit back,
that's a new thing I've learned is sometimes in life you can send shit back.
Brother, I don't know why I get nervous. Even I remember I went to there's a steakhouse in Glendale, Bourbon. I think it's called Bourbon.
Yeah.
And I saw it and it was like $110. And I ordered steak, and they brought that shit out. And when I tell you, sir, Usher, let it burn, like, could have represented that steak too.
It came out and said, when you feel in your body, somebody, you're just like, Jesus Christ.
Look, and I was nervous to send it back. Brother, I was like, I'm the guy that's just going to be like, oh, no, it's good. And then complain about it as they walk away.
Oh, I'll never forget. Name drop, no name drop. My homie Jill Scott. She was the one who put me on years ago. Where I remember we had a restaurant and she was just like, "Yeah, I'm gonna send the salmon back." And I was so like, "Oh my God, what's wrong with it?" Like they must have spit in it and she was just like, "I actually just particularly don't like the flavor." And I was just like, "You can do that?"
I don't know.
She said,
but then again, it is Jill.
Yeah, no, but she was like, I had one bite and I didn't enjoy it, and I'm paying to enjoy my experience. And I really like it. Kind of, but it kind of like it download. Ever since then, I was like, "You're fucking right."
Yeah,
you know,
I am gonna.
And also, I think maybe because maybe you feel like it's like a personal attack at your waiter. Like,
yeah, that's what I do.
They're like, bro, it's not you. I swear to God.
It's not, brother. It's nothing personal.
You seem like a great guy. Yeah. Okay.
So like, I don't even want to.
It's just a lot of tartar sauce. Okay.
Shout out to that.
So
it was a Sunday foodie day.
It was. Believe me, I took it to the wall, food wise, and then went to go see a movie. It was so bad that I kind of forget the name of it. It was the new James McAvoy movie.
Is that Napoleon Dynamite?
I would have rather watched Napoleon Dynamite. It is Speak No Evil? I don't remember what it was supposed to be. Some scary movie, and it was just. It might have just well been called Emasculation, the movie, okay? Because it was a family of it was a father, the mother, and a daughter. They make friends with this couple in like Italy on a trip. Like, oh my God, they're such a cool couple. Look at this guy and his cool wife and their cool son. And they start hanging out and they're like, oh shit, we live up in London where you guys live. Like, you should come over to our place. We'll host you. And they go there of course, you know, it never ends well. But the entire movie is basically just the husband just being like, I don't know what to do right now. And the wife and the wife just being like, all right, fine, I'll take the poison and like I'll do like whatever we got to do to get this guy off our backs. Like, it's up.
Damn, we got like, fine, I'll kill myself to get him away.
No, there was literally the mark of a terrible scary movie is when you catch yourself screaming "grab the gun" like 45 times. Just like grab the gun, grab the gun. Every altercation, there's like they're not grabbing the gun.
I feel like scary movies. That's why they are so hit or miss. It's like
Scary movies are the only movies that you go into it with direct opposition, right? Yeah. Where like, I don't go into a comedy and go, I'm not gonna laugh at this shit once.
Yeah,
like you go into a scary movie and you're like, this ain't gonna scare.
Yeah,
like,
this ain't gonna be scary.
You know,
I'm
what
not
saying?
Gonna be scared by this. I feel that.
Yeah, and so it's the only genre I feel like that you immediately like you actually have resistance going into it.
Do you have like a favorite scary movie or favorite scary, like ones that are actually like, you're like, wow, that actually kind of like shook.
My favorite scary movie is this movie called It Follows. Have you ever seen it?
I have not.
It Follows is dope. It Follows is all about, because the concept was super original and cool. It was all about this one chick. She goes out on this date and she ends up with this guy, and the guy, they end up having relations, you know what I'm saying?
Typical scary movie.
I mean, it sounds fucked up, but so she wakes up and she's like in this chair and is like taped and is like, what the fuck is going on? And the guy is just like, look, I'm gonna be honest with you.
Sounds like,
no, I'm gonna be. This is
escaping our. Are we sure? Are we sure we were watching?
Here's the funniest part of the movie, right? No, because this is okay. Are we doing real scary movies or not?
Yeah.
Because that's what I'm saying. Because this is a scare. I'm not like, oh, this is tight. I'm like, this is a scary thing. Okay. Is she wakes up and this guy's like, look, I don't know how to explain this, but basically there's this entity that will take over other people's bodies, and it can't sprint and it can't do it, but it just walks slowly to you, right?
Okay.
And you can never let it catch you, but it will never stop following you. Doesn't matter if you go to sleep, whatever it is, it'll never stop following you. The only way you can get it to not follow you is you got to have sex with somebody else. Okay, and then it goes to them.
That sounds like an STD.
It is.
That sounds like a spiritual STD.
It's a spiritual STD. But that's what I'm saying, because it was genuinely like, it was shot really well and it was an interesting concept. Because put this way, right? The whole time, it's literally just this monster that's just 1 foot. Super slow walking to. It doesn't matter. You go to sleep. You can do anything.
But the thing about it is like, how far ahead of it do you have?
You can go bro. You could fly. You could fly from Manhattan to Los Angeles. Just know that
in 3 to 5 business days,
no matter what you're doing, he's gonna be there.
So you got to have a mouthpiece to lay it and slay it before that.
and you got to tell them, hey, because then there's a chain. So you got to tell them, hey, I'm gonna need you to go, and it's just got to keep it going. So what if like you smash, you pass it to the next person, but it's so good you double back. You're like, how fast is he really? Okay,
God damn it!
All right, you're like, pussy too good. I don't know what to tell you.
Shout out to It Follows. I'm gonna have to check it out now.
Hey, if you haven't seen It Follows, I assure you, it's a genuinely good scary movie.
I'm gonna have to. I went with like the movie that actually shook me, Strangers.
So my thing with, I have a caveat with scary movies. Anything that is remotely, actually I have two. I can't do any demon shit.
Okay, demon stuff don't bother. I got God with me.
Like spiritual
God
stuff. I'm more like exorcism shit. Like for whatever reason, like real like scary religious shit is a little hard for me. So there's that end of the spectrum, and the other end of the spectrum is anything who's like very real life could happen. Like Strangers is very
Strangers,
like oh shit.
Yeah, Strangers, bro. I watched that, and I'm not joking. I was closing every fucking blinds in the house, locking the doors. I closed the toilet seat. I don't even know why. Like,
like that's not how they get me.
Yeah,
that's not
not happening here.
It would be pretty embarrassing.
Not happening here. But if you haven't seen Strangers, watch it during the day, because if you watch it at night, I promise you, it's going to leave you shook.
Those are two stellar movie recs right there.
Look, It Follows, The Traveling STD, and Strangers.
Art is funny, you know?
Yeah. So we are introducing a new segment, and it's called
we're doing
Can I Get a Hell Yeah?
Yes, that is what we're workshopping, and right now I feel good about it. I feel good. Do you have anything off the top of your head that you want to get a hell yeah on?
Yeah, I want to know, do you give a hell yeah to Kendrick Lamar performing at the Super Bowl?
Hell yeah, absolutely. I think as much, and first of all, we got to chill. He's bringing Lil Wayne out. I will bet you anything.
Do you think so? I don't think Lil Wayne's loyalty will allow it.
Really?
Yeah, I don't think the ramifications of how it would make Drake look, I think would be very...
Oh, I'm such a fool, bro. I totally forgot about the whole...
Yeah, I don't think Wayne would be... Yeah,
but that would be
crazy.
That would be
performing Mona Lisa at the Super Bowl.
If Kendrick's a demon, bro, because
he's a Gemini.
He kind of hit Wayne with an offer he can't refuse.
Your hometown, once in a lifetime chance, big homie. Hey,
I want to share the stage.
I want to share the stage with you. Let's set this. You know what? You could probably even bring Drake out, and I'll even look like the bigger man. That would be insane.
I mean, why not just have Wayne come out and do Lollipop?
Look, I'd let Wayne get a whole run. They have a record together. Yeah. Mona Lisa is crazy record.
I think it would be, but I give a hell yeah to Kendrick overall doing it, because Kendrick is the best.
Hell yeah.
Kendrick in my mind is the second best hip hop performer we have right now. Number one is Tyler the Creator. Tyler the Creator, what he's doing, set design, the way it all comes together, the whole way it all weaves, the energy. Every time I see one of his performances in hip hop, I'm like, it's not close right now.
I'm not mad at that.
But Kendrick is right there. Kendrick is right.
See, Ooh, that's a tough one. But both are. That's
crazy. What I'm saying. But Kendrick is right there. So I'll absolutely hell yeah. To that side of things. Yeah, absolutely. Well, on the other front of can I get a hell yeah?
Come on.
I feel like there's a lot of talk about this debate. There's a lot of talk about what's going on, and hell yeah or hell no. Do politicians at this point in time, do they have to? Is charisma the driving force for a politician now? Because I hate it how funny Trump is, bro.
I would say, first of all, I would say hell yeah, because I feel like nowadays it's not even about necessarily what people are doing. It's about how convincing you can be. You know what I'm saying? It's not even in the results anymore. It's not even about what you're actually going to accomplish. It's about, like, how comfortable can you make me feel in this moment? You know what I'm saying? Like, how many? And now it's gotten to the point, it's like, how much can you make me laugh? You know what I'm saying?
Bro.
I know people that are like, yo, Trump has just been making me laugh, so I'll give him a vote. I know people like that.
I feel like if we just gave Trump, like, a fake White House, right?
And just call him the president.
And we just call him the president, and it's just a TV show, and he doesn't have any real power. He could have the rallies, he could do all this stuff, and it's just, and we tell him it's the biggest show on TV. He'd take the deal, I'd be like, bro, it's actually no responsibility. You just get to fuck off and make speeches, but like your hand really isn't on the button. Yeah. I swear to God it would work.
I mean, he's basically a TV show in itself. Like, yeah,
bro, they're eating the dogs.
They're eating the dogs. Yeah. So I would say hell yeah to charisma. Hell yeah to charisma. But politics, hell no.
It's a split down the middle. No, dude, it's so difficult. Like when you see, because the thing about like a Kamala was, first of all, I mean, if this was a boxing match, she played it entirely right. Okay,
he doesn't want to spar anymore.
You let Trump tire himself out. And you just and
she hit him with the okie doke.
I've never won an argument with a black woman in my entire life.
He's like, Jill, you are not sending that salmon back.
I've never in my life won an argument with her. So, I feel like...
And I'm not sure Donald Trump has your wit. So I'm not even like...
bro,
he doesn't stand a fighting chance.
I fucking hate to admit this, dude, but he just might. Bro, when he
I don't think that's wit.
I don't know what it is, bro. When he said they're giving... trans surgeries to illegal immigrants in prison, I was like, that's a conservative Mad Lib. You're just putting shit together now.
I watched maybe 10 minutes of the debate.
I just hate how absolutely captivating the shit is when I actually decide to sit down. Because I really do look at it, because when at least when Kamala was talking, I felt like I was out of the Matrix for a little bit.
Word.
Because the last 8 years, I've just been like, oh, these motherfuckers. Like, it at least sounded presidential and political. Yeah. Where at this point, just lie to me down the middle,
It's like, just tell me something that I can actually make sense of.
Yeah, I'm done with. I'm so tired of clickbait, bro. It's everything.
Yeah,
everything.
It's getting gross.
I just so badly want to see a boring press conference. I want it so bad.
Okay, let's just keep it simple without any assassination attempts.
Dude,
any...
I want bitches reading statistics. Like, I don't even want... Yeah, we're up 49% GDP growth.
Let's not make shit up. Like,
I don't ever again... Because the thing is it's like, once again, I really do believe you just give him a White House.
And just let...
And just say, hey, bro, here you go. You're fake president, and you have a TV show called Fake President.
It's like the kids with an iPad. Just like, hey,
keep him busy. He'll do it.
Let's just give him something to do.
He will do it. I really do think it will work out.
All right. Well, speaking of working out, how do we get a hell yeah for Lil Wayne's statement, or a hell no?
I didn't. Okay, well, I should have looked at this before. What did he say?
He just came out and said he's heartbroken and that he said he's at the bottom of the bottoms because he didn't get the Super Bowl. And he said he's disappointed.
People are saying that, and granted, sidebar, I don't ever want to besmirch Lil Wayne.
The GOAT.
Ever.
One of the greatest.
Lil Wayne is the greatest rapper of all time.
Rapper, yes. I look.
Lil Wayne is the GOAT. Yes. I want that to be established.
As far as putting words in wordplay,
Hov was there for me. Hov was there. Recently, I've had to go, Lil Wayne is the greatest rapper of all time. I've had to just accept that fact. So I say that by saying, if you see some of the more recent performances, like, not. I just don't necessarily think his performance chops are where Kendricks is.
Yeah, that's where everybody's saying. And Kendrick's performance, like, gives you chills.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. Like, there is... I mean, personally, I don't matter. It doesn't matter where the location of anything is. Yeah. If you said, Cole, anything happens, you could have whoever for Super Bowl, I might pick Kendrick. Like,
no, really.
Because it's gonna be the attention to detail. It's incredible. It's gonna be amazing.
Breath control, like the man you hear and understand everything. Is no background vocals usually.
If people are just listening and not in music, is unbelievably difficult.
Very hard to do.
Breath control.
What?
Being able to not have your voice like modulate all of just to go straight.
Especially to be that hype in those moments and running off of pure adrenaline. That shit is not easy. So shout out to Kendrick for that.
Shout out to that indeed.
Yeah, I feel you. I would have given a hell no. And it's part of just because, like, the thing that I like about Wayne is you don't really hear from him. You just randomly hear these fire ass verses.
Well, I feel like you didn't say you were at the bottom of the bottoms when like didn't your bus get shot up and
Look,
shit? Like
my thing is how many the Super Bowl has been there.
Didn't Young Thug shoot up Lil
The
Wayne's
Super Bowl
bus
has
or
been
some
there,
shit?
been in New Orleans like 3 times in the last 20 years or something, or.
I mean, I know it was there last time the Ravens won, which was like 12 years ago.
Yeah. Wayne was still Wayne then, and even more so.
But then Beyonce did it, and that's when the power went out.
Yeah.
That's a whole
Beyonce. You can't. I mean, as soon as you say Beyonce, no one's gonna argue that.
Yeah, I was like, well,
but yeah, I don't know. It just seemed like it would have been cool if he came out and said like, "Yo, but I am happy for Kendrick though." Like, shout out.
I still think he's gonna come out. Even to your point, I didn't really remember the whole Drake component of it.
Yeah.
But I feel like Lil Wayne would still come out because what a moment.
Yeah,
especially as Lamar Jackson hosts a Lombardi Trophy. I mean, what else?
Or Gardner Minshew. Let's not.
I hate how much I love Gardner Minshew. Gardner Minshew. Do you see? I don't want to see Baker Mayfield break that dude's ankles. I love Baker. You already know.
Yeah. Baker's been your guy. Baker is looking like college Baker.
He was number 1 overall pick for a reason. It's no scrub.
Baker's looking like college Baker. Is that a testament to just like how long it takes for players to actually find their footing, or is that a testament to the Browns?
Well, bro, he had like 3 different head coaches, 4 offensive coordinators. Bro, do you know who Freddie Kitchens is? Do you remember? He became the head coach.
Yeah.
Any fat white man who's walking around wearing receiver gloves at practice, I don't believe you should hold the clipboard. I'm sorry.
He might surprise you. Either that or he's going to surprise the hell out of you.
I like my head coaches to look disheveled. Okay, I want either that or because now we're in the era of pretty boy head coaches. Now it's. You can't be a coach unless you have a 6-pack.
I feel like Seahawks coach is young, but McDonald's what, like 30s, late 30s,
late 30s. I think he's like 39 or something.
Okay, so he's an 80s baby. No wonder he's doing well. Shout out to the 80s babies.
But yes, indeed. Well, those all feel good. What else? What else are we talking about? What else we got fucking going on out here right now?
I mean, the fact that we're on episode 7.
That's pretty fucking cool to me.
Cruising along, baby.
It feels good because 77 is going to come sooner
faster than we know it. I mean, shit. We're halfway through September.
That is crazy, bro. Can I, hell yeah for fall, just as a season?
Absolutely. Yeah. Hell yeah for fall. I got to start thinking of Halloween costumes, brother.
What are you thinking?
If he keeps acting like an asshole, I'm gonna exclude him from the plans. But I'm planning on being something with Ahi, whether that's Donkey and Shrek, whether that's Mario and Yoshi.
Have you ever seen the movie The Never-Ending Story?
I have.
He should be the floating dog
dragon.
Yeah.
I almost want to make him like a mini Clifford and just dye him red
and keep it that way.
You know what I'm saying?
And just go, I'm not changing you back till you straighten up.
Yeah. He might be like, you know what? I actually kind of like it.
He's like, this is kind of more my fucking speed. Nah, I get that, dude. It's insane. But yeah, no, I mean, but other than that, just been really sad about the Ravens game all day today.
Hey.
But we're gonna move on from that because
can't win them all.
You truly can't.
You can't,
and we try.
We have so far.
We're undefeated. We're absolutely undefeated right now. There's a what was I just reading? I was just my phone's on the fucking thing. I can't even look.
I do that often.
You know what I'm saying?
I'll be like, man, let me see. Oh,
it's just like, okay. But no, man. I think overall, it's a good week ahead. I'd like to get a hell yeah for mental states. You know what I'm saying? I think
hell yeah.
I feel like for you specifically, you've been so. I mean, we've been talking about you've been so diligent. Is there anything specific in the routine that you're just like, oh, bro? Once I implemented this, like it was go time. Because the journaling and scriptures, but honestly, like. Something about waking up early does something for me. Like, as soon as I'm up, man, it's like now I take
Like, it's almost enjoyable to be as productive as I can.
You said something to me when we were at the beach that I've been thinking about ever since, honestly. And it was just like, it's so easy. You could live in your head on so many things, and you could have so many. You could either overthink the future or ruminate on the past.
Yep.
But just the one thing you said where you're just like, look, dude, if I want to have any kind of fighting chance, I gotta make today my bitch.
Facts.
But it is kind of truth in the sense of like, if I'm gonna have any chance, like it doesn't really matter what the past is deleted, bro. Like it literally doesn't exist anymore, and the future is carved out by your present.
Yeah.
So it's like if I'm gonna have any kind of fighting chance,
what
is right now?
It's crazy how much like of now we'll sacrifice to stress about the future or dwell on the past.
Well, I think a huge component of it is just for me realizing, hey, you can't, nor should you ever suppress who you are today for who you'll be tomorrow.
At all.
And I think that's kind of interesting for me because naturally, look, I'm an Aquarius. I'm a futurist. I'm someone who's It's helped me so many ways think of things down line and be focused on ideas that sometimes I can kind of view my present moments as just like minor details. Yeah. And I feel like one of the biggest things that I've kind of been growing towards in kind of my own journey lately is just realizing how much of this is the only time you shake God's hand is in the present moment.
Come on.
Can't shake it in the past, can't shake it in the future.
There's no such thing as a non-important moment. You know what I'm saying? Like we feel like, oh, when I get to this point, that's when I'll either start caring or that's when I'll put my best foot forward.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, well, what about the step that you're in right now?
Well, that's what I'm saying. It's looking at the staircase and just being like, I'm going to kill step 52. Like, it's going to go, boy, when I'm at...
That's that 52nd step.
I'm about to go crazy.
Yeah. And so, man, just truly enjoying it. Understand that, like, good and bad it's all about all about perspective. You know what I'm saying? And so...
I think for me, it's also as well, it's that lining up of, hey... There's a phrase. It's a German phrase. I can't say it in German, but
Gutenheim.
It said Wiener Schnitzel. But it says in order to be molded, you have to be melted.
Yep.
And I think that idea is very prevalent in times of radical and rapid growth. Is you gotta kind of feel like everything is falling and and it's melting around you, and it kind of it's the catalyst for growth.
Yeah, man.
And I think that you do yourself a disservice in those moments of just being like of just ruminating in it and thinking that it isn't the greatest setup for the next thing. You know what I'm saying?
Look, every step counts, every moment matters, and it's like, why not cherish it as it should be?
It's for me, it's always been it's so combative with the ideas of just like, hey, you're deciding that this is a bad thing.
Yep.
That to me is something that I've wrestled with for forever. Was always just like, you could see the silver lining, you can do all the stuff, but when you can really sit in the fact of like, hey, there is no obstacles on the path. It's just the path.
Yeah, that's it. It's all a part of the journey. It's a part of the storyline. Like, who wants a storyline of Batman just going through his daily tasks without Joker? You know what I'm saying?
Batman's like, Dear Diary, today was awesome. Joker was being mean. Cleaned him right up.
But I'm saying, if there's no Joker, there is no story of Batman. You know what I'm saying? He's just a nigga named Bruce Wayne. Like,
your Joker just happens to be Ahi.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And it's like, learn to appreciate the challenges because they're doing something for you. Just as the moments that are to be celebrated do something for you as well, so do the challenging moments. You know what I'm saying? Like, they all are a part of the same path that we walk. This beautiful journey called life.
Yeah, no, man. It's such a cool experiment, this thing called life, bro. Because the amount of shit, it's like we talked about it, where especially with this podcast, where it's one of those things where we could have so easily done this years ago, but life has to evolve and open itself up to be in the right place to communicate it, and especially to have the discipline and follow through to be like, no, I actually really enjoy this, and there's people who really fuck with you.
I would say, like, I'm becoming a true firm believer that, like, man, discipline and consistency applied to anything you want works. Anything. And it's like greatness doesn't happen by accident. You know what I'm saying? It's a conscious choice that's being made. And it's like the only way to achieve that is to be disciplined and consistent in whatever that you're trying to do.
Who took Dwayne?
Yeah. Who is this guy?
Who are you? hey, no one's here. Who the fuck are you?
No, seriously.
No, bro.
Man, and it's crazy to see, like, because things that used to be challenging for me, like, you know how I used to drink and turn up and, like, I loved being the life of the party. Now it's kind of like realizing those things don't serve me. And it's not that I'm judging those things and, like,
I feel like for you, it might have been more so those things were not, I don't want to say they were numbing you because you did enjoy it.
They were coping
mechanisms. I was going to say it was more
sure.
of it was, I think to that point, it's more of the point of just saying, hey, I was doing these things and air quotes enjoying them.
Yeah.
But
was I enjoying
were they, you know?
Yeah. But I wasn't enjoying me. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
And so now it's like you get a sample. Once you get a sample of yourself, like your true self, you like, hold up. Like, I'm selling myself short, like doing it, like living this whoever this other persona is. But it's
thought they were a dime till they got flipped like a nickel.
Come on. Yeah, no, it's a beautiful space to be in. It's a beautiful space.
It's awesome, man. It's awesome to see because it's that rare air where you can keep your own flame burning, you know?
Yeah. There's nothing that you have to depend on. And that's a big thing about it is like, man, happiness is circumstantial. Joy, it comes from within and it's self-sufficient. Like, I don't have to lean or count on anything.
Nor should you ever want to.
Yeah.
And I feel like that is a huge caveat to joy.
Yeah.
Is understanding the difference in the delineations of contentment. Yeah. Right?
Hell yeah.
Because I feel like being content, there's ease and not at ease. Like that's the two umbrellas of existence, right?
Yeah.
You're either at ease or you're not at ease. Content or non-content.
Word.
And I feel in the umbrella of contentness, it's understand like, yeah, there's peace, there's joy, there's whimsy. Look, who wouldn't want to frolic? You know, like it's all awesome, but there is that component of realizing the main one that's gonna last is the one that you can keep up. Like,
like it's the easiest and hardest thing to be in this world is like for somebody to be their true authentic self. And I feel like that just because like the world tells you that you need to be everything other than yourself. You need to be like everything that is deemed
because yourself hasn't been like yourself hasn't. You haven't seen evidence of it yet, you know. And even the people who have like who may be huge or whatever it is, very rarely are they themselves.
Not even a question. They are an avatar that has to apply to a lot of people. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you're a happiness mascot.
Yeah.
That's
great. Yeah, you're a happiness mascot. But people fail to understand, like, so is your authentic self. If you allow, your authentic self can be that times 10. You can apply to and relate to every single person in your own perspective. You don't have to fit a certain mold.
I've been really in the past couple months doing that as effectively as I can, in the sense of if someone asked me, like, hey, how are you doing, or what's going on, whatever it is, I would always catch myself either giving abridged versions of how I feel, or instead of taking the time to really articulate either, okay, what do I really want, or how do I really feel? Right. And for me, before, how easy is it to be, hey, bro, hey, trying to get like you, bro. I'm good. Hey, I'm good, it's good. But every now and then, hey, if I'm feeling a little bit and the Starbucks employee goes, how's your day going? And I'm like, to be honest with you, pretty shit. Can I get my frappuccino? Can you give it to me for free? Give me $20.
I'm a little down right now. Shit.
But just in general, just being like, hey, it happened a little recently, bro. Starbucks was, how you doing? And I was like, I'm going through it this week, but you know what? Coffee never hurt anybody.
Come on.
And they smiled so big that I was like, you know what? I could have just said, hey, another day in paradise.
And for some reason, it's like we are taught that to feel shame if we're not okay. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, why though? Why? God clearly gave us a plethora of emotions, not to suppress certain ones and only promote the others.
I feel a huge component of that is in letting out your emotions, right?
Oh, yeah.
Healthy and productive, whether that be crying, journaling, talking to a level, whatever it is.
Nature,
whatever it is. But there's a level, at least for me, of I got to wring out the towel.
Yeah.
I'll find myself get a little too, and sometimes, like I said, sometimes I might just be like, bro, I just gotta cry super bad.
I'll do that for sure. I'll go on TikTok and I'll look at videos that I know will get me, bro. I'm like, God damn it, animals reunion. Like,
I'm just you just be in there like,
you
husky greets soldier coming home for son's homecoming game. Can't wait to cry.
Let it out. Sometimes you gotta let it out.
Nah, I get that, but it's just important, and so it's cool to see the development, just from all the homies and from people see. I feel like we're really, as a society, for much like when you got to be molded to be melted, right? I feel like collectively, the collective conscious has been melted for the past couple of years of just, whether it's, hey, bro, there's just another school shooting, or there's another insane thing that happens, there's another, whatever it is, and it's just like we've all been collectively just like whatever, everything is ruined, right. And I think at the same time, only through that have I seen people kind of wake up a bit and go like, all right, well, I'm kind of tired of feeling like this all the time.
People are starting to be proactive about their peace, about their happiness.
Well, think about it, like our parents, bro. Like our dads, bro. The time they grew up in, bro, is how you be called gay so fucking fast,
like,
bro.
I talk about that all the time, and it's so weird because like now, like I had a wobbly relationship with my father because
brother.
Yeah, and I realized
that's episode 13.
Everybody. Yeah, and that generation, he was a great dad. He is a great dad. But he knew how to love a child and not a grown man. You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
And so
mine was the opposite.
And so realizing it was like, oh, it's my job to teach you what it's like. You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
It's my job to show you what it's like to have a healthy relationship with your grown son.
Sure. Yeah.
And so but yeah, like that generation, I don't think they were equipped to approach their fathers with that type of approach. So everything just got suppressed. Everything was just like, okay, you're 18, you're out of here. All right, see you. And it was like, damn, dog.
Well, it's like, because that's the generation of people that like their love language is like sports stats.
Oh, for sure.
Like you see.
Yeah, now me and my dad.
See Clayton Kershaw through 17 strikeout. Like
that's funny. Me and my dad now, how we bond is on Saturdays and Sundays. We call each other and we just lay down parlays together. We just text each other parlays and we make bets. And
that's called meeting your parents where they're at.
You know what I'm saying? And I realized like, okay, that's just how we're gonna bond. But it's been dope, and you gotta crawl before you can walk.
Well, that's the thing. It's the same thing with my dad. Like I told my dad, I was very much like, look, man, and this was years ago. I was like, you were a shitty father. but you're an awesome friend.
Yeah, and that's dope too.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and I think that was really such a catalyst to our relationship becoming so much stronger and so much better. Was like, because you understand, he was an actor, he had 3 kids, bankrupts, all this type of stuff, like all as a creative now, only like putting myself in the shoes of someone with that much pressure in a field like this that is so, like, I couldn't imagine, okay, I got to put 3 kids through private school acting. You know,
and on top of that, like back then, I mean, the route was so much stricter. Like now we can throw shit up
there was a whole actor strike that ruined like 4 Christmases for me.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Yeah. Like, you know, we have the pleasure of social media and so many outlets where they were like, no, I'm gonna go to auditions and
but to that point, it was like only because I mean we had such contentious relationships all the way up until I just, like, you know, it's been a while now, but there was a point where I just remember we were just drinking at the bar together and I was just like, bro, like, we can be homies. Where? And that was such, I literally felt in a way like, oh, the weight lifted off of him in the sense of, because the truth of the matter is it doesn't matter what type of obligations you place on somebody if it becomes their straitjacket. It's not helping them at all. Like, it's because at that point they're not even going to show up in a helpful way. Yeah,
they're not going to show up as their authentic self. You know what I'm saying?
Well, they're not going to show up in a way to like actually receive who you are because you're already at least I was placing all of blame whatever at this person, and now I sit here and I'm just like, bro, honestly, let's just be homies. And ever since that, like, you know, my dad's a nutcase, bro. I love him to pieces, but we just text each other poems we write, and he sends me songs and whatever.
Deal.
Just real artist shit. But like, you know, I think that's such a compelling. I think our producers are like 5 minutes.
Facts. That is.
But yeah, no, bro. I mean, well, shit. Shout out to dads. You know.
Yeah, shout out to the dads, man.
I feel like
they're learning one day at a time.
One thing I know for sure, and I mean this from the pit of my stomach, I'm gonna be the most lit dad, bro.
Oh, not even a question. I look forward to it. I pray for that day to come when it's supposed to come, and that, you know, I'm equipped, and also like that my child gives me the mercy, you know, that I now like try to give to my father.
100%. So, or at least we're bringing awareness to it.
Yes, we are.
Which is the first part of the battle. And speaking of bringing awareness, you gave us about an hour of your awareness, and we appreciate that.
You did that.
And I know what you thought. You came in and you said, I can't wait to laugh, and I can't wait to feel all of my fatherly wounds. You know what I'm saying? But
you got them all.
You got it both. That's how we do it over here at the Aloe Show. But brother, as always, an honor and a priv. You know what I'm saying,
brother?
Well, hell yeah, that was episode 7. I promise you, episode 8 is I'm gonna come in here singing Lamar Jackson praises. I know that for sure.
We gotta come correct. That's Kobe's number. So
yes, indeed. Here. Well, we were so locked in we never even did intros. So I'm gonna do an intro as the outro of this is Hunter Lowe. That's Diallo.
My mama calls me Dwayne.
Hey, you could just call me Cole if you're not into pseudonyms. But hell yeah, thank you guys for watching.
Yes.
Falling in love with you is way too risky. Again, it's way too risky. Falling in love with you is way too risky. Again.